roles, right?
Yeah, roles choose how.
Now, what is a OWD? Basically, when we are talking about the OWD, OWD stands for organization-wide defaults. OWD stands for organization-wide defaults. So, as we discussed earlier, we have a three different levels of security. One is the record level security, object level security, field level security, and record level security. So, object level security, field level security can be achieved by using the profiles and permission sets, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Object level security, field level security can be achieved by using the profiles. So, same like record level security can be achieved by using the roles and OWD. Okay.
Yes.
Record level security can be achieved by using roles and OWD. OWD stands for organization wide defaults. Basically, profile will decide what user has to do, or we can say what user has to do will be decided by the profile. Now, when we are talking about the OWD and roles and sharing roles, these will decide what user can see. What user can see will be decided by the OWD and sharing rules and roles. What user can see will be decided by the OWD, sharing rules and roles. Now, basically we have a different levels of OWD security. Again, we have a different levels of OWD security. For example, private, public read only, public, read write, then public read write transfer. Now manual sharing, that is a different thing. See, what will happen if we set the OWD level as private? See, again this OWD security will be defined on your object level only. Okay, guys, following me?
Yeah.
Again, this OWD security will be defined on the object level. Now, what will happen? Breathing ki asal chana problem undi. అర్థం కావట్లేదు. Now, నాకు ఈ టాబ్లెట్స్ వాడే అలవాటు లేదు.
ఓకే.
న్యాచురల్ రెమెడీస్ ద్వారా ట్రై చేస్తున్నా.
ఓకే.
So, what will happen if I set the OWD level is private? What will happen?
Nobody can.
Say for example, I have the one profile. Under this user, under this profile, I have a user one. I have a user two. Now, same like I have one more profile. So Say for example, profile 2, user 3, user 4. Say for example, on doctor object level, if I set the portability level as private, let's say under user, I just logged in as a user 1 and I have created 50 records inside my doctor. Here I have created 70 records. I logged in as a user 3 and I have created 80 records, and I just logged in as a user 4 and I have created 100 records. Listen carefully. I have one profile. Under this profile, I have two users. One is the user 1 and user 2. Same like I have one more profile with the name of profile 2. Under that profile, I have two more users. The user 3 and user 4. So each and every user will have the unique authentication, username and password.
Yes.
Correct. Now I just logged in as a user 1 and I will create the 50 records. I just logged in as a user 1 and I will create the 50 records. Same like I just logged in as a user 2 and I will create the 70 records inside my doctor object. See, you can create those 70 records manually using tab, or you can upload those 70 records by using data loader. That depends on you. Okay.
Yeah.
Same like by logging into as a user 3 and user 4, I'll logging into system and I'll create the 80 records or 100 records. See, when you're trying to open in a record, you will find the owner field, na?
Yes.
If you're logged in as a user 1, automatically the owner for these 50 records will be, user 1 is the owner for those 50 records. If you're logged in as a user 2 and we have created 100 records as a user 2, then obviously you will become as a owner for those 70 records. Correct?
Yes.
Now, same like if I set the portability level as private, if I set the portability level as private, which means whomever is the owner, those guys will be able to access the records, under his ownership information. They cannot able to see the others users ownership information. Let me explain clearly.
Yes.
If I set the portability level as private, user 1 will be able to see only under his ownership information, which means he will be able to see only 50 records. He will be able to see only 50 records, and user 2 will be able to see only 70 records. User 3 will be able to see only 80 records. If they were trying to access the other users' ownership information, they will not access the information. Okay,
Yes.
that's what private. Now, what will happen if I set the OWD level as public read only?
So remaining users can only read those. They
Sorry.
can only view the other three users.
See, if I set the public read only, user 1 will be,
The owner.
yeah. Even if you set the OWD level as private, you can see your ownership information and you can modify your information. You can do anything on your under your information. I mean, we can perform any kind of operation under user one or information, ownership information. See, guy can do anything under his ownership information if we set the vulnerability level as
Private.
private. That means he can edit or he can create, he can delete. But when we are talking about the public read only, user 1 will be able to see under his ownership information. User 1 will be able to see under his ownership information, and he can perform the modification on under his ownership information, and he would be able to access the other users ownership information as well. But if he's try to, or if he will try to modify the other user ownership information, he will not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what is this public read write?
He can also modify the records created by
So
other users.
all users will be able to see other users information, and they can perform the modification on other users ownership of information as well. They can perform the modification on other user ownership information as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about this public read write transfer?
So they can read, I mean, they can view, modify, and transfer means
Transferring the ownership from one user to the another user. Transferring the ownership from one user to the another user. Basically, this feature was enabled only for leads and cases. I mean, these are the two standard objects. This feature was enabled only for lead and cases.
okay.
This feature was enabled only for standard objects, which are leads and cases. Public read write transfer.
Okay. So they can modify the owner name or
Not modifying. See, if you are trying to create the login as a user one and you have created 50 records,
yes.
after some time that guy left the organization.
Yes.
A new user came into the, or new user will come into the organization. I want to transfer those 50 records ownership from user 1 to the user 5.
Okay.
That's what public read write transfer. Transferring the ownership of record
Okay.
from one user to the another user. See, we have a owner field inside our record now.
Yeah.
We were transferring that ownership from one user to the another user.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Now,
we can say this is a security. OW is a security, right?
exactly.
So we give this security on object levels.
Yep.
Okay.
See, when we are talking about any feature in the Salesforce, any feature in the Salesforce which will be related to S object only.
Okay.
That is the reason why this object will be considered as a key pillar for entire Salesforce.
Okay.
Okay. Now, how we will access these things? Now, what is the navigation for accessing the OWD? Any idea?
Oh. Can check it.
What is the navigation for accessing the OWD? For accessing the OWD, setup, administer, administer, security controls,
Yeah.
then
Sharing
sharing settings.
settings.
Remember,
Okay.
ఇదంతా మీరు ఏం చేయాలంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు నోట్ ఇట్ డౌన్ దిస్ నావిగేషన్ ఇన్ యువర్ నోట్స్.
Yeah, I'm writing notes.
Anyway, I will send the documents. That's
Okay.
not a big deal.
Sure. Okay.
But why I'm giving recording option is you have to note it down all these points.
Okay.
Now, click on edit. Now, select private. Okay, click on save. Another thing, we have one more security level which is not be considerable as a main one. See, if I set the vulnerability level as private on parent object level, if I set the vulnerability level as private on parent object level, what will happen? Automatically, see, if the relationship between two objects is master detail, when we set the vulnerability level as private and on parent object level, automatically that will be inherited to the child object, which means on second object level, I mean child object level, we will get the controlled by parent. We'll get the one option called controlled by parent.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah. So
Now,
so if
yeah,
so
tell
if
me.
we enable this sharing, so we call it as sharing rules, right? Though it is called OWD.
See, for accessing the sharing rules and OWD, we have a same navigation.
Okay.
Earlier we have a different navigation, but now they were changed into only one thing. Okay.
Okay.
Earlier we have two sections, I mean two separate pages, but now they were merged into a single page.
Okay.
Now, if I set the vulnerability as private, say what will happen? We have one more user now. Let me log in as a third user also. No wonder no చూస్తావు.
Sorry.
You will see one wonder.
Okay.
So will you be able to access this Apollo Hospital Management application? No, right?
No.
Why?
Why means
At profile level, we have disabled it.
yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
No, enable it. So now if I click on doctors, I'm able to see all the records.
Yes.
What private will tell us? See, for all these records, who is the owner? Gurunath,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Then why this guy able to see that information?
Is that
That's what the wonder.
sorry?
This is the one wonder.
So did we give a public read right or no right?
No.
No.
Correct.
Yeah.
What would be the reason?
Though these two users are under same profile also, new user could not able to see because he did not create all this. He is not the owner.
No, this guy can create the records. That's not the point here. See, for these 15 records, owner is Gurunath,
Yes.
but Karthik is also able to see those records.
Yes.
What would be the reason?
And the security level is private on on that object. So only the owner can able to view.
But this guy is not owner, no?
Yeah. Yeah, he is not owner, but he can, but still he can view all the records, right?
What?
So that is your
Why the
question.
reason?
Yeah.
Why? Because listen carefully. Even if you set the private, be careful on your profile level. We have a doctor object, right?
Yes.
On profile level, if we enable the view all and modify all, okay, no OWD security will work. If this will be enabled, then the OWD security would be
Okay.
public read write only. Say
Okay.
for example, come to here. On this profile one doctor object level, OWD was enabled. OWD was set as private, and object level we enable view all and modify all, which means user 1 for user 1 and user 2 no security will work. It will take public read write. Okay,
Yes.
but on profile 2 level, on profile 2 doctor object level security level, we disable the view all and modify all, which means a perfectly applied OWD security private to user 3 and user 4.
Yes.
Okay, keep
Okay.
this point in mind.
Yeah.
Might be they will ask this question
Okay.
if you are going for an admin interview.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so and the beauty thing here is, can we modify the object permissions for standard profiles?
For standard, no. There are
And how? So
Standard.
for time being, to do the practice, just change the profile to that users. Okay, that's the reason why they will create the custom profiles. అర్థమవుతుందా అండి?
యా యా అర్థమవుతుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఎడిట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
Now even though you are able to see the records,
యా
so go to Salesforce technology, edit that, remove the view all and modify all. See, correct?
ఎస్.
Keep this point in mind.
ఓకే.
Now OWT private will work perfectly. Okay,
ఎస్.
now let me create the new doctor. This new doctor. So let me create this record. See, the owner is Karthik S.
యా
If I click on Dr. S, now I would be able to see only one record which is under my ownership. If you come to here, when we click on this doctor, now, so when we click on the doctor, I'm able to see that record. You know that? Earlier, how many records we have? 15 records. Now see the count. 16. What is the reason? What is the reason?
ఐఎమ్ థింకింగ్. యాక్చువల్లీ OWD is still set as private, and we have disabled view all and modify all for Salesforce technology profile. Gurunath is also under the same profile.
He's under different profile, na? System administrator
Yeah.
profile.
So for that profile, it is still that is standard, right? So we can view all records.
Why? You have what you have to tell the interviewer is this guy is under system administrator profile. So
Okay.
obviously view all and modify all will be enabled or already enabled, and we cannot modify the object permissions using
OWD.
for standard profiles.
Okay.
We cannot modify the view all and modify all for standard profiles. So that's the reason why this guy will be able to see all other users information. OWT security will not work. By default it would be public read write.
Okay.
Now got it how we will work with the private.
Yes.
Now what will happen if I set the OWT level as, see, did you observe public data transfer was enabled only for leads and cases.
Okay.
Okay, public data transfer will
Transfer
be
enabled for lead and cases.
now. See, for example, public read only. Now click on save. Anyway, system administrator assigned profile user will be able to see others users ownership information and they can perform the modification on others users ownership. Now refresh it and try to modify the other user ownership record. What it is saying,
I do not have the level
you
of.
don't have you don't have sufficient privileges to modify the record. Please contact the system administrator. Please contact the system administrator. Got it?
Yes.
No. Why? Because we have enabled only public read only.
Yeah.
This guy will be able to perform modification under his ownership information and can be viewed under his ownership information. But at the same time, he would be able to see others' user ownership information, but he cannot perform the modification on other users' ownership information. Correct?
Yes.
Now, next thing. What will happen if we set the public rewrite?
Now we can modify the information.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what OWT. Now, before getting into sharing rules, I want to discuss one thing. What is the sharing rules? Sorry, public group.
What is that? Public?
Public groups, which is a small concept. What is a public group? Public group,
Yes.
the name itself, it's a group of users. A group of users. Or it could be a single user or multiple user, collection of users. Here, a grouping can be done by using grouping can be done by using roles on subordinates, or it could be a sub-public group. That could be a sub-public group. Public group is nothing but a group of users. Those grouping can be done based upon the roles and subordinates, or it could be a sub-public group. Okay.
Okay.
Now, click on new. Say for example, Dr. Group. Now grant access using hierarchies. What is that? When we are assigning the roles, based upon the roles, we will assign the permissions, hierarchy roles. Now, do we have any already created public groups?
No.
So, you want to do the grouping based upon public groups or roles and subordinates. See, if I say that roles will have the already defined roles here. If I say that roles and subordinates, or you can directly use the users. Just specify add the Karthik to this group. Now, what is this delegated administration groups?
No idea.
No. Did you remember that when we are working with the user approver or delegated approver? Did you remember that? See, for leave we have submitted a request. During that time, even your manager
Yeah,
is
yeah.
only.
Yes.
That email will be routed to another user, then I mean another manager.
Yeah.
Then we will call it as a
Delegated.
delegated manager. Same like here we'll call it as a delegated group. Now click on save. Now come to here. Now it's a small concept public group.
So,
We'll see the uses of this public group when we are working with the sharing rules.
but here, what did we select here to create the group? Did we select any object? We have selected users.
No,
Most of
we
the,
just selected users
yeah. How come we got the name as a doctor group?
and we gave the label name, no? Name and label.
Okay, okay,
Correct. We
okay,
specified the label and name, right?
okay, okay.
See, where we will use this public group is if you want to give the access to group of users or if you want to share the records to a group of users, we'll use that thing. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is a sharing rule? When we will use the sharing rules? What is the sharing rules? Any idea?
No, please start. I will try.
We have two different types of sharing rules: criteria based and honor based. Criteria based sharing rule on honor based sharing rule. Now, what will happen if we will go with the criteria based sharing rule? What see why we will get into sharing rule? That is the first question. See, to enhance the features of the profile, we will make use of the to enhance the features of the profile, we'll make use of the permission set.
Yes,
Correct. Same like to enhance the features of the OWD, we will make use of the sharing rules. Okay,
yeah,
which means, say for example, I have set the OWD level as private. Whomever is owner, those guys will be able to see only under his ownership information. Say for example, out of 10 users, I want to make available all users record all users ownership information to one user. Getting my thing.
yeah. So
What will happen if we set the portability level as private?
okay,
Whomever is owner, that guy will be able to access under his ownership information. If he is trying to access other user ownership information, he will not be
yes,
right.
yeah,
But I wanna give extra privileges to one user out of 10 users, which means I want to share other users ownership information to that user.
okay,
on doctor object level.
Yes.
Okay, so that is where we will get into sharing rules.
Okay.
For navigating for accessing the sharing rule, set up administer sharing settings, then scroll down to detail page of the sharing settings. We'll find the sharing rules here. We can write the sharing rule individually for each and every object.
Okay.
Click on new. Doctor info. చేశారండి
ఏంటండి?
డిన్నర్ అయిందా?
యా అయ్యింది.
ఎంత అయింది అక్కడ టైం ఇప్పుడు?
టైమ్ 9:47.
ఓకే.
యా నిన్నే టైం చేంజ్ అయింది ఇక్కడ.
అవును, డే లైట్ సేమ్ టైం కదా. హాఫ్ అన్ అవరా 1 అవరా?
1 అవర్.
లేకపోతే 10 అయ్యేది కదా.
లేకపోతే 10 అయ్యేది. 10:47.
Now based on record owner. So for example, see, I told you right. Basically, we have two different types of sharing rules. One is based upon owner, another one is based upon criteria. If I say the criteria, first we'll set the criteria. Let's say for example, doctor first name not equals to null. Now, which user will satisfy this criteria, and all those information will be shared to Karthik. Say doctor first name not equal to null. Which user ownership, which user or which record owner will satisfy this criteria. So for example, under user 1 I have 50 records. For all 50 records satisfy this criteria. So for example, under user 2 I have 80 records. 50 records are satisfied this criteria, which means user 1 50 records, user 2 50 records will be shared to Karthik.
Yes.
Clear? Now, what kind of level of accessibility you are giving?
Read only.
We
And
were just
here,
giving.
and here we can only share with the public groups, or we can also share individually here in step 4. At step 4.
No, that depends on groups and roles only. You can give that permission based on roles and public groups only. So just specify the private here. Now we were setting the public. See, the sharing based upon the
Internal users means everybody. Group means selected users. And here,
yes, internal users in the sense there is a few users here now. These users.
how can we say
This is
that?
integration user, security user.
Oh,
Okay. Now,
and what about here? Can you scroll down these public groups? Share with the at step 4. Drop down button now left beside that on your left hand side.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this I told you, no? Roles. See, already we defined the roles.
Okay.
Roles and subordinates. Okay.
Okay.
Now save. You can select the read only or read write. Now go back to the user. Okay, we have a read only access, right?
Yeah.
Even if we set the private on OWT level by using sharing rule,
I
we
can.
were giving the extra privileges to this user.
Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
I want to create based upon the owner. Let me delete it. Earlier we have seen criteria based, right?
Yeah.
Now I want to see owner based. Okay. Now based on owner. Here we will select which user information want to share with whom. Say for example, I want to share the CEO information with the executive CEO. I'll select the role and I'll select the CEO to whom you want to share. You want to share with the public group, which user we have in a doctor group. Anyway, we have a Karthik only, right?
Yeah.
Or else by selecting a role, you want to share with these user,
So any role.
right?
Okay.
What kind of access you want to? You want to read, right? Yes, save.
So on sharing roles, we can't transfer, right?
No. Or transfer ownership.
Yeah.
No, no, no. See, we got the read write option, right?
Okay. We can enable. We can
This way
edit
we
that.
will work with the public read write.
Okay.
This is what you know. OWD, public groups, roles, and sharing roles.
Okay.
Now, tomorrow we'll work on these things, reports and dashboards. Then, day after tomorrow, we'll finish this thing, lead management, and we'll start the development on Friday.
Okay, bro.
Lead management and campaign management.
Okay.
Okay, na?
Yeah.
Once అది అవ్వగానే నీకు రెజ్యూమ్ షేర్ చేస్తాను.
అలాగే. Okay.
ఓకే
Yeah.
చలో